Shalom. And I start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, great millstone, salutations to the old fillet, this pushing is truth, across four corners of truth, Sarah charity. Alright, this the brother, Alma Wan the Bod from the Burning Camp Alabama GMS. Let's get to the sentence going to, just about, how, this is the end of a rulership. This is the end of a power, the kingdom of the so-called white man Esau Edom, the red man, this is the end of a age, we at the end of, the run of the so-called white man, wicked rulership, the so-called white man, red man, and like I say, when something's about to end, it's not something that always end is never really a good thing. It's a bitter ending. And that's what's coming to America, a bitter ending. Especially for you so-called Negro, Latino natives, the Israelites, really 2/3. It's gonna be a bitter end because these places were never set up for your rest. This is not your this is not the place for you to to be really in a joyful spirit or relaxed. Really you should be mourning. You so-called Negro, Latino, Israelites should be mourning because what's going to come upon you is a whole bunch of just pain and sufferings and death, man. And that's why the men of the Lord, from the apostles, elders, and brethren, that teach the word of the Lord, a great millstone, be telling you what's to come, man. It's nothing good. Nothing's good is going to come towards you so-called Negro, Latino, natives, Israelites. Because Lord Yahweh, you are the Lord's chosen people. We are the Lord's chosen people, And the Lord, He trying to have mercy upon you by, the men of the Lord telling you to repent, repent, come back to the ways of the Lord, and knowledge, understanding of the Lord, and get out the ways of America, the mindset and mind frame of America, but you don't want to do it, so a lot of you so-called Negro Latinos gonna be put to death in the times to come, man. Lord Yahweh, finna bring out horrific judgments upon your hard-headed Israelites, because you rather just keep on with a party and bullshit and not take the message of the Lord serious from the men of the Lord, But it's finna come times finna come where you gonna fear the Lord, man. You gonna know there's a higher power bringing the judgment upon you so-called Negro, Latino, natives, Israelites, man. And that's why these devils finna come down hard on you with that vaccine and the RFID chip, especially in New York, Governor Cuomo, he targeted black and browns as the ones that the ones that need the vaccines first, because we got the highest rate of deaths, that's false. These devils, they know what they doing, but everything's the will of the Lord, because that's the Lord. Like, you hard-headed Negroes, Latino natives, I'm coming, give you like I said, the ultimate ass whooping, to bring to you what you really desire. You don't desire life, so I'm finna bring you, bring you death, upon your front of your front of your door, That's what's coming, man. It's not gonna be a sweet ending to America. But don't get into Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient of spirit is better than the proud of spirits. Like, read it again. So yeah, better is the end of a thing, But like I said, the men of the Lord, from the apostles and brethren, a great millstone, we know this is the end, and hey, good. But we know that hey, it's gonna be trying times and situations that we gotta go through to show our faith, to the Lord, that hey, man, we trusting you, like Lord Yahweh, that you're gonna see us through in the times of trouble, and not faint and get real weary, all about. That's why the Lord said, praying and no faint, pray and not faint, should always pray and not faint, so we gotta always, me myself first and foremost, always to pray to Lord Yahweh, not faint, just keep the faith. Like I said, no matter how it look, man. Whatever troubles you may be going through, sorrows, or no, tribulations that men Lord go through. But Lord, y'all gonna see His chosen are lit through all those things. And I say I'm hoping to Lord just have mercy, and deliver me out of my troubles and situations. Even brothers that's going through certain troubles and situations, and wherever it may be, just catching hell, just hope the Lord that he bring you out of the situation, and then that power be bestowed onto to the men of the Lord, that that the Lord is with us, is with His chosen, in the time to come. So see where I want to go. Yeah. It's on 2 Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, Marist thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. So like I said, the men of the Lord, we measure the time diligently. We seen the things finna come down the pipeline, as far as like the judgments and prophecies, of the Lord. So we finna head to some, like I said, some horrific times, man. These are not great times going forward, man. It's gonna be drastic change here in America, and Lord Yahweh finna show His power, and His judgments upon this wicked world, the so-called Edomite's kingdom, So go to the next verse, 2 Ezra 9:2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made. So yeah, Lord Bashan Shai finna visit the world, man, which He made. So, He finna, bring that horrific judgments that He's finna bring upon the world, man. It's finna, people gonna know there's a higher power, man. When things that start happening, a lot of people getting put to death for whatever it may be. So next verse, 2 Ezra 9:3. Therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people of the world. So yeah, so it's gonna be it been a lot of just earthquakes of this year, but it's gonna be more higher earthquakes, and cities getting torn down by earthquakes, more and more, that's gonna happen more and more. As the Lord, is gonna bring that he's gonna bring that judgment, especially upon here in America, Babylon Great, but the world as well, especially on the so-called Negro Latino natives, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, the house of the Lord, the Lord's gonna say, I'm gonna start at my house, So, Lord Yahweh, like I say, you see uproars of the people, They're getting tired of it. They're getting tired of the government, pushing, especially pushing the BS of the coronavirus. Civil war amongst the people. Nation against nation. So that's what's come down. It's finna go down, man. Ain't gonna be no time of loving, man. No time of really embracing. We heading into the time of hate, and not embracing. Going to the time of hate and war. Serious times, man. So, me myself, the men of the Lord gonna have a serious mindset of, hey, we heading to the times of a lot of, pain and suffering and war, man. No time for, really BSing around in the spirit, though, So, it's more be more in a very serious mindset, man. Because you don't know what's gonna come about in the next days, weeks, months. Because we see, but it's gonna, like I say, when you in the fight, you in the fight when you get hit in the face. And once you get punched in the face, oh shit, I'm in a fight now. So so when things start to happen, man, it's gonna be real. But the man, Lord Yahweh, like I said, Lord Yahweh, he's gonna have that power on the men of the Lord, and mercy and have a mercy and deliverance on His chosen, The Lord's gonna make a way for the men of the Lord to get out of any situation, in the times of trouble to come, But well, 2 Ezra 9:4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So yeah. So so from from the beginning, like I said, like some apostles, elders, and brethren, that's the mouthpiece of the Lord. We telling you, we speak unto you what's finna come down. What's finna happen to America. What's finna happen to the so-called white man Esau Edomite's kingdom. Lord Yahweh trying finna bring it down, man. And I say, this kingdom is set up. It really push you in desires of fleshy desires, man, and once things start to collapse, a lot of you people, is gonna bug out, when you can't eat, or famine come when there ain't no food around, or whatever it may be, it's gonna leave you people bugging out, man. That's what's gonna come, But on this verse, 2 Ezra 9:5, for like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So yeah, America, the so-called man Esau Edomite's kingdom had a beginning, and America, Babylon the Great, is the end of it, So we at the end of the so-called man Esau Edomite's rulership. No more, of the so-called Negro Latino Native Israelites going through captivities or being in captivity, being under subjection of other nations. Once this rulership, once the Lord Yahweh returns and wipe out America, Babylon the Great, and take the so-called man Esau Edom down out of the power seat, then the next ruler is gonna be, like I said, the Israelites, but starting with the elect of the so-called Negro Latino natives, the 144,000, and that's gonna, the governing body, that's gonna rule the planet Earth, in righteousness, because this, like I say, this world is ran in wickedness, It's being established by wickedness and not righteousness. It's not even, these devils so-called man Esau Edom don't even, keep the laws of the Lord, or try to, we know that so-called man, the Lord ain't, don't want these devils really know how to have the words of the Lord in their mouth anyway, or their ways of the Lord. But you can at least, try to, have some type of, keep the ways of the Lord, keep the laws of the Lord, and but these devils are the wicked, so they're not gonna do it. It's built in their DNA not to keep the righteous Lord, keep the righteous ways and the laws of the Lord, But that's why the Lord Yahweh is gonna bring this so-called white man Esau Edomite's kingdom down, because of the wickedness that's being pushed out into this world, man. And then, I say the people are just out of control, no morals, no nothing, man, no respect amongst each other, especially our nation, the so-called Negro Latinos, no respect amongst each other, always going at each other about this and that, and not really coming to a real understanding amongst each other, always ending violence or death amongst each other, envy amongst each other, amongst the southern kingdom, northern kingdom, that's gonna be over with once the Lord Yahweh returns and establish the kingdom of Israelites, with the elect first and foremost, once the smoke clears from all the, from the fire and destruction that the Lord Yahweh is gonna bring to America, when those thermonuclear missiles, be shot towards America, different parts of the earth, that missiles gonna hit, different countries. But once the smoke clears, the so-called Negro Latino Native Israelites, the elect, gonna come down for the so-called UFOs. If you can't understand this, once the so-called Negro Latino natives come down from the UFOs. The elect. King David. Yahushua. We're gonna take over the earth and having rule and righteousness. Put all the other nations under subjection. Under our feet. And establish our way and rule. Rulership of righteousness on the earth is gonna flourish to be really it's gonna benefit. Because this world don't benefit. What I mean, all the rulers of this world don't benefit the earth or the people. So I didn't want to make this too long. I just want to go into that. So, like I said, the end is manifest. The word manifest means to be made clear that this is the end. There's no going back to 5, 10 years, 20 years ago, whatever, to the good times of America. We heading to the end and the worst part and the destruction of America. So I didn't want to make this too long. So again, like all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, to the apostle elders, to the Sisakan brothers, to the few Akwaf, sister to do this thing, keep the faith, and Yahushua keep fighting with that. Say shalom.